Good morning, biscuits. Oh, it is a beautiful day. The sun is shining. The breeze is blowing through the window here. It is delightful. I braided my hair. I've been trying to braid my hair more at night to keep the oil out of it, like my face oil out of it. I hope that you are having one that's kind of starts to your day that feels good. The world cannot harsh your vibe. That kind of day. I love those kind of days. It doesn't matter if the kids are fighting. Let me grab something. It doesn't matter if you have 50 million projects to work, but you just feel that life is good, And for me, part of that is so much connecting to that primal, that I talk about on Patreon, and that inner soul primal, right? To be deeply free and saucy and content and passionate and calm, and that's the goal of this summer. So come along. I'm going to take you to the farm. I'm going to actually share a little less than calm story at the farm today, because you will not believe what happened last week at the farm. You biscuits know that part of what we do at the farm is we're slowly regeneratively bringing the soil back. We're getting fruit orchards planted. We've grown some veg. We've done some flower farming. And we also do farm stay experiences for families. So, nothing fancy. It's off-grid. It's simple. Back to earth. It's a lovely little spot. And it's in a good location, so it's easy for people to get to. And we had somebody come in and vandalize it. And I mean, it's shocking. I will show you images and I will talk to you about it. But this is why we have stopped booking people through Hipcamp. Hipcamp has done nothing about it. They sent one message going, we'll talk to the camper about better future behavior. This was shocking. Theft, vandalism, destruction. Just shocking. I mean, truly. And so if you have a farm stay or you have a glamp ground and you're thinking about renting through Hipcamp, don't do it. Their customer service is garbage. I am shocked that they would operate a business this way. Oh my God. And I'm shocked that there's no proper follow-ups and stuff for campers that have this level of documented photographed destruction. But even in that, and I was so proud of myself in my reaction to it, is that I didn't doom spiral into a doom goblin giving up and kind of I really thought it through. I was just shocked when I realized that this is what they had done. But I have been having such a centered, primally wisdom kind of summer that I was really able to approach it from a calm nervous system and just go, this is the step, this is the step, this step. Could always have been worse. And I'm proud of getting to a place in my nervous system where I can be soothed enough from my summer. I've taken enough moments of rest and ease to then, when hiccups come up in my business, because, I run a couple businesses, right? Hiccups are always coming up. You can either doom goblin spiral and then you're never getting anything done. You don't progress in business. Or you go, I'm going to learn from this. These are the different things. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to make it work better. But wow, if you've ever really questioned humanity, wait until they defecate in a planter in your greenhouse. And you know what's terrible? That's not the worst thing they did. That it could be maybe they were sleepwalking. Oh, yes. So let's have a farmsy day. I'm going to see if I can bring you out in the garden today. We'll see how general gardeny vibes are going. Because have I been eating too much fruit? Yes, biscuits. That's been part of my nervous system regulation. So do you want to learn how to regulate your nervous system? Come along with me. Not because this is the most calm, soothy vibe. I'm going to chat you through some little gossipy, spilling some tea stuff. But because even when things happen around us, outside of us, to us, it doesn't mean that our nervous system has to spike with stress hormones and it has to trigger fight or flight. It means that if you are in a good regulated nervous system, mode and a season of life, you really progress through, and you just realize that like there's hiccups, there's bumps along the road. You don't slam on your brakes, swerve your car into a tree because you hit a speed bump, right? You go over the speed bump at the right speed and you keep going. And biscuits, I'm gonna share some tips with you. I'm gonna bring you along for some farm tidy up, or just like regular chores that I do on there. It's really toasty today, so I'm gonna see what I can show you of filming, because sometimes I am less than fully covered when I'm working at the farm because it's a private area and it's really hot. So some of that's gonna go on Patreon. But before I get too toasty, I'll film that part. I'll show you on YouTube, because apparently if you wear shorts on YouTube, you're scandalous on the DMs I get about daring to wear shorts or dresses that don't cover my arms. That's right. Call me a Jezebel Harpe. My favorite insults I've ever gotten. I have been known to. In fact, I'm only wearing long pants even though it's hot out, because I was traipsing through tall grass just now picking raspberries in my backyard. And last time I did that, little sticky brambles got me, so I've wised up. Let's have a fantastic day, not because it's perfect, biscuits, but because life is beautiful. That's right. You heard me. Come along. Hey, biscuits. We made it to the farm. It is decided. It went from sunny and beautiful. It might rain on us. So I don't know how that's going to go. But I thought I would show you how beautiful the farm is looking. In fact, I'll show you here. Can I zoom you out? Yes, I can. Look at me being technical. So this is one of the really cute field camping spots. Field camping spots aren't my favorite at the farm, I will admit, because they are closer to the main road, so they're a little bit noisier. But look how cute. I have my gear back there because I was filming a little something fun and saucy. You'll see if you're on Patreon. I'm in other places. But it's got this great little trail through the flower meadow. And then you go back in there. And how fun is that to get to go back in? That's a little slide area that Parrot loves to play on. And I'm just trying out different meadow techniques this year. But we have quit Hipcamp because it is just insane. In fact, I might sit down back at home because the chickens need my attention. But you won't believe it. If you see, that's my like little bathhouse greenhouse combo. So we grow tomatoes in there and peppers and things, and there's also like a little off-grid toilet and an off-grid sink and everything, so you can stay clean, and there's an outdoor shower right next to it. You won't believe it. But before I go into the craziness, look how beautiful this is looking. It's so pretty. It soothes the soul to be in nature, and I can't wait. One day, this is all going to be fruit trees. I had planted, I think it was 22 fruit trees about 3 years ago, and more than half of them have died. Deer have gotten to them, they just didn't transplant, or we had 2 severe, never before heard of in the last 3 years, cold snaps, where it got down to like 4 or 5 and 7 degrees, and the trees just, were babies, they just weren't made for that. So one day that's all going to be 2 to 3 rows of trees, orchards, probably like 50 to 60 trees. These are our cherry plums that are huge producers. They make a ton, more than we can ever get through. But I'm learning different ways to preserve them. They are so delicious. I'm gonna make cherry plum kuchen this year. I've made cherry plum muffins, like just all sorts of good stuff. I can literally see, can you see that, biscuits? I can literally see the storm coming in. So I think I better scoot, and I was gonna actually tell you the whole story here, but I better not, because I literally see the rain clouds coming in, and I have a bunch of gear and costumes for filming. It's kind of those sleep burlesque things. And I've got to go round up the monkeys, round up the chickens, and feed them some little special treats, because it is, wow. I love in the Pacific Northwest how you see weather roll in. It's not quite the same way as like in the Midwest you actually see weather roll in, but this is one of those rare things where I'm really seeing it rolling in. Kids are just running playing with the chickens. I love it. Everybody should get a chicken in their backyard or in their, wherever they are. Like, chickens are just so much fun. I love watching them and watching them play over there. I don't think you can see them because it's through the tall grass. Here, I'll show you. I don't think you can see that, but it's really sweet to see. So even though I'm going to spill some tea, I think for now I'm just going to show you a little bit of chicken footage because it is going to sprinkle on us, and I better scurry home, and then I will tell you all the absolutely poop show of a story. Here are my tips of why you should not be on Hipcamp as a host, because it's crazy what you're going to do. But when you got nature like this, who doesn't want to enjoy it? I look insane in that. I'm trying to take a photo because I don't have enough photos of the farm lately. But I'm gonna get it done. I am biscuits. Come with me. I have my lamp and everything. You're like, yeah, right, lady. Crazy lady. That's right, crazy farmstead lady. Thanks for always coming along on my adventures, following along on these wonderful vlogs. I hope they're fun for you. I always try to pick days to film that are real life days, but then maybe like we're coming all the way up to the farm, or we're doing something fun, because I want you biscuits to be happy as much as my heart is happy this year. Influencers in the wild. I'm not sure what that dance was, but there you go. Hey, Pear Bear, how you doing? You want to come say hi?
Sure.
Pear picked her very first sugar snap pea that she grew herself from seed. Pear Bear, tell us all about it.
So, Mama, I did.
You did. It was the most delicious one. She let me eat it, and it was so good.
But I told her not to eat it till I picked it.
Oh, absolutely. And I always respect that, because it's important to respect boundaries and kindness in family.
Yeah.
Here, you want to sit on my leg?
Sure.
I want you to get poked by the bogies. She has become such a gardener. I love it. Abraham very much is an animal man. He is growing up to be somebody that really loves taking care of animals and livestock, and gardening. He can participate on the periphery, but it's not his thing.
I'm really Republican. I don't want to get eaten.
No. We've had some issues with the neighbor's dog here. Even though these are big lots, they still have, people a couple acres over, and had some issues about that with the chickens. But your green bean that you grew, your pea, your sugar snap pea, was amazing. And she has definitely got the gardening gene that all her mama and her aunties, we all have that. Your grandma has it. We love the garden. Let's go show them the chickens.
Come on, let's go.
Biscuits. Should I spill some tea? Okay, so I feel like I've been teasing this the whole vlog, and it's only because the weather just keeps switching back and forth, and I wanted to show you at the farm what I was doing. I'll post some photos while I'm talking over this when I edit it, but I'm not going to show everything because some of it's gross. and I don't know what I'm allowed to share on YouTube, but never accept bookings through Hipcamp is my advice. I had this one camper, they were booked for just a night. I thought, okay, you know, and they were a little annoying, but I go with it. You know, everybody gets to be annoying in their life. When I come to check on them, they've already checked out, right? So it's during a busy holiday weekend, and they ransacked one of my glamping tents, stole an entire mattress, some pillows. They stole a tarp out of my chicken coop area, countless other blankets and other things from around the farm. They stole a bunch of flooring tiles I had saved for a project that now I'm not going to be able to do. Made a giant bonfire in the middle of my very small little driveway. Started to burn some of the bushes on fire from whatever the size was of this. Stuck the mattress, the pillows, the blankets, the tarp, the tiles, everything in there, and then lit them all on fire along with a bunch of beer cans. And threw beer cans, I mean all over my acreage, all over this farm. Huge bonfire. I mean, I am so thankful that they did not light the coop or the farm actually on fire. It was such a big bonfire that like trees and stuff are singed from it. They burnt an entire mattress. It would never occur to me to even do that. And then they went in my greenhouse, pooped all over the toilet and stuff, and then had a gigantic poop right in my planters in my greenhouse. Trashed it, stole all the toilet paper, most of the paper towels out. It was one of the strangest things I have ever seen. Strew their trash just like all over, like I'm still finding it in places. Cases of beer. Considering this was supposed to be one person, I'm like, what were they up to? I don't know. I think I should have gone with my instinct that they were annoying, but also like you can't not let somebody that's booked stay just for being annoying. Unfortunately, that's not a reason to cancel, but I think it should be as a host. Yeah, so I want you to imagine coming to your farm who you lovingly have spent years hand clearing and prepping, making beautiful little spots for families with young kids like your family to just be out in nature and find a little inexpensive place to adventure. And finding that somebody has stolen a tarp, mattress, pillows, flooring materials, all sorts of stuff, and just randomly lit on fire in the middle of your... This is a narrow driveway. This is not a big driveway. Why would anybody do this? I can't even figure out where they camped because none of the camping spots looked like they had stayed. So I don't know if they got wasted and like passed out by the fire pit or in their car or something. They left some of their personal belongings. I'm not going to go into like super details because I'm still dealing with Hipcamp about it. I mean, not that Hipcamp cares at all. Hipcamp's doing zero. Nothing. They said that they would talk to the camper about their future stays so that they responded to rules better. And I'm like, this camper was this close to lighting my entire farm on fire, killing all my chickens by burning down the coop. It's just shocking. So I'm taking a little breaksy poo from, not even breaksy poo, I'm just completely canceling my hosting on Hipcamp. I am no longer doing that. And I'm going to take a little breaksy poo from stuff this month at the farm and just take a breather. Because I was just so upset with, you know, the way people are. And I just thought, boy, what is, you biscuits know that I love my manifesting lingo, but whatever language you choose to use for that, whenever the universe is trying to tell you something, I go, okay, that was a big tell me something. What's the universe telling me? I don't know. Would you tell me, calm, soothe my little stressed soul from this? Would you ever do anything like this? Tell me in the comments. Have you ever seen like another camper at a campground? I've been at places where I've camped where like other campers have been a little bit drunk or a little bad, but never anything to like this level. This was just shocking. Seattle, you sure make them special. It blew my mind. It really did. And what also shocked me if I'm going to be really honest, because people are like strange, right? It's that Hipcamp as a company doesn't seem to care at all. Camping is something that, I love to share because I love to share nature. Wow, what a bad platform. That is all I can say. That's all I can say right now. But it truly shocked me. I've really had to take a breath from it all because as I've learned, I can be very reactionary, and I didn't want to be reactionary to this. So I thought, you know what? We've just gotten through our busiest weekend of campers we're just gonna take a breather all July is my birthday month, and so I just want to take a breather, eat some cheesecake, and figure out what the universe is telling me. Because clearly there's a message in there. Do I know what it is? No. Do I think it's gonna be good? Yes, I do. I think this is a lesson learned. I just don't know what the lesson is yet. But it's going to be really interesting. I don't know if we'll continue offering camping because it's not a very high ticket or high margin area. You just don't make a lot off of offering your land for camping. And I think the amount of work that goes into it may just not be worth it. So we may be doing other things with the farmstead in the future, I think is what it's making me lean towards. But you know me, I'm just a little creative artist that loves to share things, right? And when I share something and somebody so disrespects it and poops in my greenhouse and lights all my stuff on fire, you take a pause and you go, you know what? There are better ways to share things you love. In fact, it moves me towards something that I've been wanting to do but haven't quite had the energy or time to do, and it may be something that I offer in the spring. I'm working on it. It's slow but sure. Biscuits, what's the absolute craziest hosting or guest experience you've had at a vacation rental or a camping experience? Because I thought I had seen some crazy things in my time traveling and staying places, but this is the kind of guest that makes people just shut down their whole business because it's horrible. So I'm going to go read some pages from my Manifesting Hacks book that I wrote that you are welcome to grab in the description box, because I think I need a reminder that energy is really important, how we focus on it. And I'm so glad that I have been working on my nervous system all year, because I really think if this had happened last year when my nervous system was really feeling fried, that I would have such a hard time dealing with this, I think I really would have not just anxiety spiral, but just frozen almost, not knowing what to do. And this I was really able to come through logically. I'm like, hey, you know what? These are the steps. I know what to do. And I can laugh about it, but laugh about it and kind of, it's not funny. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because, sometimes when the absurdity of humanity comes through, you're like, that explains a lot of how the news is coming about right now. My camera cut out on me there. But I want to share this for other hosts of small little things, because not everyone that hosts a vacation rental or a camping space or however, with this gig economy, not everybody's some big business, giant business that can just suck up bad behavior, right? A lot of times it's very personal. It's personal, beautiful spaces that we adore, that we're sharing out of love. And I feel like a lot of times when you hear from vacation hosts or campground hosts or glamping hosts, you only get the glossy, really good side. And it's people selling you courses on how to have glamp grounds and how to make, 30 Airbnbs pay for your retirement, which is great. It's a wonderful thing if that's your gig that you love to do. But I kind of want to share the reality of it, unvarnished. It doesn't do me any service to share it. It doesn't do me any service to not share the story. I just thought, Biscuits, I always bring along on my journeys of my crazy shenanigans, and I wanted you to hear about this absolutely ridiculous shenanigan that is hard to believe. Really hard to believe. Because, you know what? Life doesn't always go perfectly, and I really think that's been an important lesson for my soul to absorb the last couple of years, is that things going in different directions than you thought, running into crazy people in your business or running into weird people in your personal life or just interactions, right? That doesn't determine the quality of your life or the quality of how your business is going. it's really very much about our reactions and our process and how we handle all of that, I feel like, which is the only reason I'm sharing this. I debated, I was like, you know what, I could just not share this story, but it just happened and it's really on my mind. And I feel like anything I'm going to talk about on the farmstead all summer is going to be influenced by this. So I wanted to explain to you what was going on. So it wasn't like a mystery for like, oh, what happened to the camping? That's why we're taking a breather. We're going to garden. We're going to do some behind the scenes prep work. And I'm going to do my favorite things, which is finish my novel that I'm having to rewrite huge sections of by memory because my computer died last month and took all my data with it. All of it. And I'm going to finish rewriting those chapters. I'm going to film some amazing Camp Primal stuff, which is for the Fans of Romance page, which is really what I like spending my summer doing, if I'm totally honest. That's what I enjoy doing, is falling into this romantic, beautiful vibe of the summer and getting to film these beautiful romantic scenes outside and finishing writing things and working on our soothing Patreon. Oh man, this month has been really soothing on Patreon. I don't know what that is about the month, but there's something about energy connection on there. Maybe it's just because I've really been focusing on the parts of that I enjoy the most. But I love it. I love when good things feel good, and I'm just leaning into that, and I'm not putting energy into negative, crazy stuff, because you know what? I have been a dramatic, young, crazy person, and I do not need to lean into the drama. I am just going to sit back, be soothed, and go work on finishing a romance chapter, because my God, is that book overdue? But you know what? You can't help it when you're in the very last stage of your novel development, very last, getting the covers done. And you didn't save the right backup, did you? If I'm saying you, I mean me. Okay, biscuits. I will see you in the next less dramatic vlog. Expect gardening, expect flowers, expect much cake baking, because I have to figure out what cake I'm going to have for my birthday. I think I'm going to do a dessert potluck where everybody brings a dessert, but my relatives can't actually bake. They're horrible bakers. But God, they try. They all bake like gluten-free, vegan, sugar-free stuff. So I want everybody to feel included. So, I'll take nibbles, but it means I need to bake multiple things if I want like a dessert potluck for my birthday. So I'm going to start prepping that, because I got a little while to prep it and start figuring out recipes. Because that's how I'm spending my summer biscuits, is eating delicious desserts, eating too much fruit, and being creative. I'm just letting my creative saucy side out. I am not holding it back. I am not shrinking myself down. I'm not making excuses for other people's bad behavior. I am just liberatingly existing this summer, and I hope you are too. In fact, leave a little sunshine emoji down there if that's your summer vibe. I'll see you in the next video.